Bounce fan fellow Phrakshuns. Alright, we're back. Bounce fan fellow Phrakshuns. Phrakshuns truth is I need to set these chats back up, I think. So let me work and twerk on this a little bit. Ooh, what is this? Oh, yes, let me work and twerk on this a little bit here. This we don't need. We can close that. Where's Rumble? This is Rumble. Okay. Pop out chat. Why don't we just... Oh, I love it. Yes, we turned off the lights. We got some Subway here. We got some Yum Yums. And now I'm triple checking. Did I close Twitch? I don't think I did. Oh, I didn't. Twitch is there, so we don't need to reopen Twitch. We got Rumble, we got Twitch, and ideally we have YouTube. If I close this, reactivate it, and then... Wait, why are there multiple? Huh? Huh? I don't know which one I want. I don't know which one I want, so maybe I did need to keep YouTube open for a second. Oh, I didn't change the... I did not change the image. It says... GoPro? Neither of them are... Select live sources. This one. Alright. YouTube. Rumble. Twitch. Okay. I think we got it. What's missing? Rumble didn't proc. Rumble did not proc. Rumble. Social Stream Ninja. How do I triple check this is the one I want? Oh. 77 V77 44. Aha. So we stop that and reactivate it. Aha. Okay. One more check. And we'll do it like here as well. Click. Hey, we got it. All right. Welcome back, Bounce fam. Fellow Phrakshuns. So we're not going to be listening to copyright music all night, but feel like that. Maybe even some of this too. Okay. Yes, we got the intro in, you know. This is our Discover Weekly. We're listening to our Discover Weekly, and I guess I forgot to rate out. 2, didn't do the live stream, the IRL live stream to Subway. 3, I'm back, listen to Discover Weekly. But 4, I think we need to listen to non-copyright music. I don't know. I mean, otherwise, you could just sit here and listen to music they like and stream. Imagine. Just like, imagine if there's actually a world where people and live streamers could, like, oh, I don't know, dance, enjoying their super copyrighted DMCA music, and people would be able to enjoy the reactions, you know? Like, what if there were, like, shufflers or something? I don't know. Just dancers in general. Wanna see? Wanna see? No. Mmm. 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 Oh, baby. Mmm. Mmm. Yo, Ion, welcome back, fam. Welcome to Balance, Ion. Welcome to Balance, fam. I'm like currently enjoying the sub a little bit too much. You're from Romania? Wow, welcome in. Romania. I used to have a friend from Romania when I was growing up. She went to school with me when I was in like grade 5, 4. You are 100% an actor, a Hollywood one, I might say. Oh, wow, thank you. You think so? You really think so? I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun to act. Yeah, Romania's awesome. Oh, how'd you find me? Welcome here. 100% sure. I mean, I did take some drama in high school. I elected to take some drama, so like, you know, like theater, but I was also a pretty quiet kid growing up, you know? I tried to like, you know, keep to myself and not be too loud and you know, be a good boy. And it didn't always work out. I definitely acted up a little bit here and there. I need to get like a better, I had to get some napkins while I was there. And I think I found you either on the truth tag or the mental health one. I can't remember, but I think it was the truth one. I also used to play Dota 2 a long time ago. Oh, well, welcome in, fam. This one, I don't have any alcohol or anything like that, but I can say, welcome to Balance, fam. Welcome to Balance, fam, Ion. That is really cool that you did acting classes. I like your song tracks. Oh, I wish I could call them my song. I wish I could call them my songs, but we are currently listening to my Discover Weekly playlist on Spotify. You're actually on your third beer? Hey, let's go. All right, all right. But what are we celebrating? What are we trying to celebrate here, Ion? We're celebrating the fact that today's my first day as, excuse me, as a Rumble Premium creator. We can cheers to that. You do also look like a bassist or a guitarist from a punk band. Who are you, Ion? Who are you? I guess you... Can I reach? I can't really reach that, but maybe if I do this... I think I got a cool button. Connection timed out. Yeah, well, I actually do play music. I play some guitar, I play some bass, I play some keyboard. I think I can sing a little bit. And of those three, I think I enjoy keyboard the most. Like, I enjoy playing the keys the most, but I think I'm best at guitar and then bass. But bass and guitar are pretty similar, so, you know. The song playlist really makes it feel uplifting. I knew you have to be an instrumentist. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's there for a reason. It's there for a reason, but, you know. I only know how to play keyboard and guitar, the basic stuff. That's okay. That's okay. You don't have to be the world's best musician to enjoy playing music, right? I mean, 4 chords, right? 4 chords, 4 chords, 4 chords. Wait a sec, I need to find a song on Shazam. Yeah, no. On the bottom left of your screen, you'll see the track names. I don't know how to... Yeah, but this is a Midas remix, I guess. By Astronaut. Rain. It's okay, you're not stupid. You're not stupid, you're not stupid. Anyway, yeah. What were we doing? We were talking about how, yeah, it's my first day as a Rumble Creator, Premium Rumble Creator Program, musician, Hollywood. Yeah, like a little bit of acting here and there, but like literally just drama. And it's kind of funny because I think that to be a good actor or a good actress, you like really aren't acting in a way. I don't know, maybe this is a lot like way off in left field here, but You know, you really gotta let the real emotions shine through, because people can detect when you're being fake, you know what I mean? So I feel like those big time actors and actresses, I used to grow up, let me memorize this. I used to grow up with Canadian pop punk bands, from Sum 41 to Billy Talent. I love both of those bands. Billy Talent was my favorite band at one point when I was 15 years old. I'm 33 now. I'm also 33. Your English is really good. Your English is really, 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 really good. I can see anyway. Yeah, but you know, so oops. If I look at my like songs, so I have, this is like the private like songs, which these two are basically the same, but I can't make my live songs public, so I had to make a public playlist, and I just copied the songs that were liked onto my public playlist. So if you go to my socials, you can actually see the list of songs that I have here, and believe it or not, I don't have Billy Talent on here. I don't think. No, I don't have any, but I'm pretty sure that in the old days, Last FM, way back in the old days, when I was using Last FM, Ion, if you don't know what Last FM is, this is like a music scrobbler. So it kind of used to do what Spotify does now by creating playlists of songs that it thinks you would like based on what you listen to. I'm surprised you don't have the philosophy tag as well. I can only fit so many, but yeah. I usually search for that in the first searches when I get on Twitch. Well, I think you and I can get along pretty well, for sure. I don't know if you want to join my Discord and stay connected, to help stay connected, or you know, I got lots of social medias. I'm not just on Twitch. I'm not just on Twitch. I'm also on Rumble. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter X. I got Discord. So there's a lot of ways that you can reach out and get in touch, whatever your preferred platform is. But let's see here. If I search for my songs, I don't know if I can see. I don't have a Discord yet, but I'll get one eventually. Yeah, no rush. I'm just trying to make it easier for you. But yeah, I mean, like, I consider myself a metaphysicist for sure. A metaphysicist, so that's kind of like quantum mechanics of reality and the mind and consciousness. So philosophy is a big part of that for sure. I served your YouTube channel for a little bit. I like the atmosphere. Welcome in, welcome in. I try not to have anything to hide. I'm usually significantly more public than private. But I'm trying to figure out that balance myself personally, like how much to share or not. So let's see, if I search, I'm trying to figure out, so check this out. This is like what I used to use before Spotify. And yeah, this is last 7 days, top tracks, of course. But if I go to the oldest, Executioner, 60,199 scrobbles. I wonder if there's I'm trying to find a search. Library. I finished musical theory college level. Ooh, I don't know like any theory. That's like my weakness with music is when I meet artists, if they were like, yeah, just play in like this key, I'd be like, you know, like, or they know if they like talk about like specific ways to play music. I don't know the names, like the literal labels and things like that, but I can like hear them. So if they described up to me a little bit about what they do and what they sound like, I think I can figure it out. But I'm actually passionate about physics. I mean, music theory and physics go hand in hand, don't they? It's kind of beautiful. It's amazing how similar music and physics actually are, because like, isn't everything just really frequency and energy? And you know, what's music but like, you know, yeah. Especially the dimensions part. Okay. Geometry. Okay. Yeah, I was never very good in geometry in middle school, in grade school. Even spirituality, and went as far as studying some occult stuff in sacred geometry. Yo, I really like your style. You have a very golden aura. You can see my aura. Can't say I was really good at it, but good enough to pass the classes. True. Yeah, well, I mean, everything is more intimately connected than not, for sure. And I don't know if you've picked this up, maybe you have, but when you like, there's like geometry of everything, right? Because everything relates to everything else in another way. So there's like these layers of truth where you learn one thing about one, you learn one thing about one thing, and then somehow you go to learn another thing about a completely different thing, but somehow those two things are connected, and it's not always just the way that you see them. I don't know if I'm making it, I'm probably butchering it a little bit, but like, let's take video games for example. No two video games are exactly the same, but I find that when I learn to play one video game really well, there's like aspects of playing that video game really well that I can learn and take home to play to other video games really well, right? And I think that connects to like people and reality, and that's exactly how I consider reality to manifest as well. It is a beautiful place. It can be a beautiful place for sure. And yeah, there are balance. There is balance in all things, as per my, you know, my balanced family. You got to take the good with the bad. But you know, there's definitely a skill, right? There's a skill in being able to work with that truth, right? Like, you know, this, you ever see that diagram where someone's looking at a 6 and someone's looking at a 9? Like, I'm sure you have, but like if there's a line, you know, depending on how you see it, they can be the same thing. So like if this 6 is actually something that's really like dark, you know, angry or sad in perspective, I mean, there's a world where people can see that in a different way. So, you know, like for me, for being sad, if I get too happy, I'll just like cry tears of joy. So maybe, you know, people might see that as like a really negative thing, like I cry too much or I'm too emotional. But for other people, they can see that I'm actually a very like emotional man, you know, emotional person. And there's that emotional IQ to work with things. I consider that math to be the language of geometry. Yes, 100%. There's probably, I could share something with you. Have you heard of tetrayonics? I was never good at math either. I was okay at math. I kind of learned enough of the formula to kind of plug along with it. Only in my latest years, I study online just as an excuse to waste time. This guy studies math in his spare time for fun? Wow. And at the same time, I consider for geometry to be the language of reality itself. So in a way, everything is geometric. Oh, I know something. I have to share something with you. It depends on perspectives. I also like to think that I have a high emotional IQ, but a very mediocre scientifically IQ. I mean, science is really just like applied truth, right? Science is human superpower. Science is humanity's superpower, where we do our best to learn something and be able to teach other people about it. So at the end of the day, it depends on how we learn those truths, right? So something that's true to a large body of people could also be largely untrue for another body of people, and it depends on how we learn about it and how we speak about it, how it's taught, how it's presented, how it's proven. And like science itself, like the method itself is pretty good. It's just that we as humans are fallible creatures of nature, of God, if I may be so bold, and we make mistakes, right? So as hard as we try to be perfect beings, we're not, you know. And how close to the sun may we get before we burn? So oh yeah, I was saying, if you don't know tetrayonics, you're gonna love tetrayonics. You'll be studying that for maybe the rest of your life. I don't know. I'm really interested in the psychology or emotions of people and actions. I could say I'm also a movie nerd, especially the deeper ones. I really like the mystery of it all and the search for truth, because in the end, we are all searching for it, even if you know or not. Oh, Ion, well said, brother. Well said. Well said. Well said. I don't think I could have said it better myself. We are all fractions of truth, whether we realize it or not. And we are all pieces of the whole, whether we know it or not. And in my humble, human, earthly opinion, if I may be so bold, we should strive to be more pieces of the truth together, collectively, than not. But, yeah. You mentioned tetrionics. What is that keyword? Yes, I'll type it in for you, and I'll show you again. It's tetrionics, and this is basically a unified field theory. I found this a few years ago. There you go. Check it out. They have lots of. I mean, I wonder if there's just a quick video I can pull up for you. But yeah, it's a unified field theory using equilateral triangles as a base for basically everything. There's a YouTube as well. Here, let's watch some videos. Latest. Let's watch this.
Tetrionics is not a refinement of
this
physics.
Is
it is a replacement.
What's this gentleman's name? I already forget. Abraham.
Equilateral mass energy geometry,
Abraham.
tetrahedral matter topology, and fascia-resolved field mechanics. Every domain of science becomes a subset of this geometry.
I had a very bad experience today. I argued with my parents really bad, and I feel really depressed. But it goes deeper than that. And I know it is my fault in a way, not to mention because I live in their house and don't have a job, lol. Oh boy, Ion, I have been there. I have been there many a times. I mean, this is a safe space. I mean, it's just me, you, and the rest of the internet, whoever wants to tune in and see this stuff. So if you feel like sharing more, I welcome you to. Like, I'm not a trained mental health expert, so it's just like a disclaimer, just like with my health and wellness business. We don't treat, cure, or diagnose, but I can share testimonies. And as far as me and my testimony, I have had plenty of experience with depression, with anxiety, with a lot of, just dare I say, traumatic instances, not to drop the T word there. So yeah, if you want to share more, but like I know how it feels like. And number one, to have that awareness, to be able to accept that you might have had a fault, a bigger piece of that fault than you care to admit, isn't easy. And I think you really need to, clap yourself on the back for that, because there's a lot of people who aren't able or unwilling to admit that they are at fault for a lot of things, and kind of just pass the buck along, or just kind of project that negativity out. So I mean, your parents better than I know your parents, and if your dynamic, if your relationship with your parents is anything like mine, then sometimes a little bit of space is good to let things kind of like, let the energetic amplitude balance out a little bit, and then just maybe even tippy toe the subject and try to repair things. I'm just gonna try and finish up the whole thing, not to mention because I live in their house and don't have a job. So I've spent a lot of time being without work and living with my parents and having them support me and things like that. Right now I'm thankfully able to have a subsidized apartment and live on my own, and just kind of be taken care of financially that way. I may not have every single thing I want in the world, but I have my core safety and significantly more with the community and the networks that I have available. So I'm deeply thankful and grateful for that. It's a good reminder for what I have, but I'm sure they just want to feel heard too, right? I really went deep into the platonic solid stuff, to be honest. Like, that is what I did the past 5 years. I'm really interested in this stuff. Well, I can understand, you found a subject that you're passionate about and you take an interest in, and you feel completely absorbed by this topic, whether it's, video games, whether it's money, whether it's dancing, whether it's, being a clown. But with you've chosen this geometry and the platonic solids and seeing, reality for what it is. And so it's, these are very, very, very big topics, very huge subjects that not everyone is able to just easily digest, in a YouTube video, to say the least. But, again, I also understand how it can be to want to share so much so fast and just, that whole time and maybe not feeling completely heard or even respected, or, you know, worse is disrespected for your passions and beliefs. So that is part of the thing that I'm learning, where sometimes you need to, I don't want to say pick your battles, because that makes it like a combative and negative experience, but you learn to manage your energy a little bit better. You learn to hone it. So rather than having the hose on full blast of the truth, you're just like, the truth, right? Sometimes it's just, you know, you need to just gently pour a little bit of truth in a cup and be like, hey, do you want some? You know, would you like to have a sip of the truth? And I you know, I hope that helps you in any way, shape, or form. Thank you for engaging in this. Yeah, no problem. But the way you would actually be perfect as a motivational speaker, that kind of touches my heart. I feel like, you know, we probably, I mean, we're friends now, but maybe in another life we were like siblings or something, because you're speaking, you're saying all the right words that I'd like to hear. I would love to be able to motivate people, to show them that there's more than what they see. I would definitely listen to you. Thank you. I mean, you are now. You sound very coherent, precise in your words. Thank you for your opinion. Definitely something that takes practice. Again, your first language isn't even English, and you're able to keep up and share and discuss these topics with grace. So thank you again. I also think I could have some early symptoms of chronic depression. Okay, so yeah, so it gets a little bit serious, right? Because it doesn't seem to stop. And a little bit of paranoid schizophrenic episodes, also experienced with that, right? Like we can touch upon that deeper here, but keep going. Also was a heavy drug user for the past decade. What kind of drugs? Like, are we talking like alcohol? Are we talking like opioids? Are we talking like harder substances? Because I don't know if you can, depending on where you are and where you're from and who's listening, you know, there are some things that you can share and some things that you can't. I also have experience with heavier drugs, not much, but some. And if we apply the, you know, the principles of geometry and truth, there are things that I myself, as a recovering 9 months cannabis clean addict, you know, so I was a marijuana, I was like addict for like 16 years, and I'm now 9 months free. There was a lot of similarities between that and other things that I can share and talk about. And only recently I made a pause. Good for you. That's good. That's huge. Like, again, not everyone even gets to that point. Not a lot of people even realize they have a problem. Now I just drink a little bit of beer sometimes. Hey, man. Yeah, and if you know, you sound like a smart you sound like a smart person. You probably already know. You don't need me to tell you that beer is a depressant, right? Beer is a depressant, so beer is a literal poison. You know, we drink poison to kind of like become inebriated and to become less. So much for having nice coherent speech, right? We become inebriated to make reality feel less real, right? We use any drug or any substance as a buffer or a layer between us and something that we may not want to face, or maybe something that helps us maybe even use it as a tool, because, you know, there are the perspectives that drugs and substances can be used as tools. Personally, I'm more in the sober boat for now, and, you know, maybe continuing on, because just because for me personally, just because our body has these CBD receptors doesn't mean that you want to be smoking them or ingesting them. But, like, you know, hemp is a thing. We can also make DMT naturally in our brain, so we don't need to go out for that. You know, from the light ones to harder ones, like synthetic ones, or gotcha. So like maybe like MDMA or coke or crack, you know, those are just examples, kind of like crack in a way. Yeah, I even end up stealing jewelry from my mother to pay my debts. Oof. Well, I don't need to touch upon that very much, you know. I know that you know. And today I actually said some very bad words to my parents, so imagine what a type of douchebag I am. Ion, you're not a douchebag. I think that you have mismanaged your passion a little bit. I think that you got tired of keeping it and things bottled inside. I feel like that you needed to let off a little bit of steam, and you found it in that moment. You decided it was the best option, or maybe just the only option, you know, or maybe you weren't even thinking, right? You didn't take the time to pause and to have this, you know, like, be aware of the surroundings. Like, things just kind of dominoed just led so fast. It just happened so fast and just let out a little bit of steam, and your parents got hit, you know? So I can feel that. Like, my dad was a rageaholic, so there's a lot of times where he'd be screaming and yelling at me for whatever, and my mom as well. But for me, I kind of, rather than, I've only more recently done that, like, letting out of steam, but prior to that I would kind of just bottle up and let it eat me away. And arguably, I don't know which one is worse, right? Because, like, when you're angry at someone, I don't know if you've heard the saying, but being angry at someone is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die, right? So I don't know if you relate to that at all. But there's still a part of me that wants to change it in a good way. Ion, I also think you might be being a little bit too hard on yourself. I think it's good to have awareness about when you make mistakes and when you could have made better choices in life. And I know that me sitting here on my high seat, you know, you're giving me this position of you're being vulnerable with me, right? It takes a lot for a man, even if you are a man. I haven't even determined that, but it takes a lot for anyone, period, to be vulnerable with another human being, especially, you know, across this distance that we are. Like, I don't know where you are, I don't know where you're from, you know, I know that you're Romanian. You said you're in Romania, so, like, you know, think about this moment that we're sharing together, and it's, you know, I think that at this point in time, I hope you feel better by letting out and sharing your experience, rather than just feeling like you don't have anyone to share with, or feeling like you're alone with that regard in those matters, because you're never alone. I mean, unified consciousness field, right? We're never truly alone. We just feel like it. We just sometimes want to be more alone and peaceful and private than other times. But you know, here in this earthly domain, time is a thing, right? There we have, it's time space, right? It's space time. So if you're safe, if your parents are safe, and, you know, if things aren't getting worse, then I think that they will get better, personally. Hopefully, I pray. And yeah, I'd be willing to help share my thoughts about a direction that you might want to take. But you know, let me know, how do you feel now compared to how you felt maybe 10-15 minutes ago? I kind of turned off the music and everything got really serious for a second there. But honestly, I consider myself really honestly to have an imposter syndrome and a messianic main character, messianic, oh, Messiah, yes, or main character syndrome at the same time. That is what truly bothers me the most. Thank you very much for your kind words. No worries. Yes, true, that's the most saddest part, that I ended up being really depressed even though my parents are alive and well and they care about me. Well, don't make yourself like you're not a rock, bro. Like, we're human. We're here to breathe, we're here to feel, we're here to exist. I'll share with you a theory of mine. I think that we are experience miners, you know. So I think that we are born on this earth and we come to this realm, this planet, this place, to have very specific experiences in order to learn very specific lessons. A little bit like destiny, but there's also free will, right? So, like, say, I don't want to create a type of like FOMO, like a fear of missing out if you don't learn a lesson. But I think that there's a core underlying principle where lessons will repeat themselves until you learn them, right? You'll have the same opportunity to learn the same lesson until you get enough of it, right? Until you learn that fraction of truth, until you collect it like a freaking quest, right? I could be wrong, but that's how it feels. So when you say, you know, it's like you're beating yourself up for even having a negative experience because you know better, right? But we can't appreciate the light, we can't experience the good without knowing the bad. So I think maybe you just wanted someone to hopefully understand what you were going through, just hopefully someone to just have an idea of how difficult it can be. I've had my experiences with Messiah complex, feeling like I'm here to save the whole world. And while today I know that I can make the world a better place, I'm probably not going to be the one to end world hunger, end world wars, you know, lift us all up until we're walking on water in this lifetime kind of thing. But I can do my part to just be happy, be peaceful. I think being peaceful is more important than being happy, because when you're peaceful, it's like a more stronger baseline, because happiness is fleeting, right? And while I get better, I know also through quantum mechanics and, you know, the geometry of reality, that when I improve myself, I can also make the world a better place. I can share my energy, and it mixes, you know, it's shared in harmonic resonance. We become better together, right? We are better together. So hope that helps. Yes, exactly. So far, I consider I am the classic case of a narcissist that can't let go. Or it gets bothered because I haven't succeeded in life. Not only that, but I become a burden to almost everyone I know. LOL. Yes, true. You explained it really well. Thank you. Well, you know, narcissism, I don't think you're a narcissist. I think, again, right now, you just kind of want to hear the things that you truly believe deep down back to you. You know, it's like you're throwing a ball against a wall and you just want to be able to catch it back. That's kind of what it feels like. I don't think you're like trying to hit these big home runs, and you know, at the same time, maybe it's nice to say or think, you know, I'm a narcissist, because then you're like, well, hang on, do you think I'm a narcissist? Because then you go back to that validation point, right? Using others to empathically understand yourself. And just off the top of my head, I don't think you're a narcissist. I don't think you're a narcissist at all. I think you're way too empathic, way too emotionally intelligent. And here's the thing, have you ever heard the word empath? EMPATH, empath, like empathic? I'm sure you have, but I believe that there is a light and dark to everything, right? And so I think narcissists are either completely asleep, like sleeping NPCs who don't know better, truthfully and honestly, or there's these like dark empaths where they do know better and then they purposely use their abilities for evil, right? You know, so manipulation, lying, social engineering, being harmful either to themselves or to others. Sometimes I think I'm a narcissist for like continuing to eat what I do or treat myself the way I do, because like if I truly cared about other people the way I say and do and try to, then I would just be better, right? I would just snap my fingers and boom, they're a little greasy. I'd have a 20 pack, I'd be big and buff and, you know, rich, and people would be like, oh my god, Phrakshin this, Phrakshin that. But you know, we can come back to like my side complex, and I think honestly it's like a side effect of the truth. I think that your desire to want to share and research these topics is like a side effect of being a truth seeker, honestly and truthfully, ironically enough, and you know, I think you're also kind of learning what can happen if you don't do what you're supposed to do, right? It's kind of like grounding yourself in your reality. I think sadly I would be more part of the dark empath, which again isn't a bad thing. It isn't a bad thing to be aware of your ego, right? Like, it's one thing to be like, oh wow, I'm so vain, you know, like I could be really good looking and I'm so vain, I care so much about my appearances and you know, and vanity and just like accommodations and things that are like, you know, like toot your own horn, like just like really over the top stuff. And it's one thing to be aware of those things, and it's another thing to, you know, flaunt them But you can also have these things. You could be, you know, there's a piece of self-love in there where you can be like, well, you know, I am attractive, or I do speak well, or I am rich, or I do have these abilities and opportunities, and it's just a matter of doing them, like using them for the right, for good, right? That is a trick. No dark empath ever considers him to be the bad guy. You think so? I want you to think about that again. No dark empath, no person who has extremely high emotional intelligence and ability to connect with others ever thinks that they're a bad person. Do you really believe that? I didn't watch a lot of Ed, and Eddie. Truth belongs to those who seek it. I know that quote from a very disturbing video from Meat Canyon. Ed video, maybe you saw it. One of the comments from that video has actually made me cry, ironically enough. LOL. No, I haven't seen that. We can check it out, but I don't feel the need to. I agree, you know. Truth belongs to those who seek it. You're a seeker, I think, you know. I think you were placed here on this earth for at some point, for some reason. Put it this way. Sometimes you have to lie to yourself a little bit, right? That's how I say it. Sometimes it takes a mental reframing to look at the bright side of things. So if what had happened with your parents earlier didn't happen, would we be having this conversation? Not to like toot my own horn, not to say like, oh my God, the universe put us together or whatever, but had those moments not happened exactly as they did, maybe you wouldn't have found me and my stuff. So maybe that fight with your parents, you know, that dark moment was put into your life so you would have a better ability to see the light that was casting the shadow on your life, on your experience, right? Anyway, let's take a pause from that. Do you want to watch this video with me? Do you want to watch a little bit about Tetronyx? It's been a long time since I don't know if I've ever watched this. I think I've watched a short version of this on Facebook, or like a short. All right, let's start over. So yeah, this is Tetronyx theory, the unified theory of everything, by Kelvin Abraham, right? Yes, Kelvin Abraham.
Welcome to Tetronyx.
Welcome.
Tetronyx is not a refinement of physics. It is a replacement. A new ontology built from equilateral mass-energy geometry, tetrahedral matter topology, and fascia-resolved field mechanics. Every domain of science becomes a subset of this geometry. Below is the fully expanded, Principia-aligned structure. Part 1. Quantum mechanics. The Planck coin, bosons, photons, tetrions, quarks, baryons, gluons, and the end of the particle zoo. The Planck coin, the prim of reality. The first quantum of mass energy, equilateral.
Now, let me know if you need me to pause or anything. Like, just be like, pause, and I'll try and pause, and we'll go back a little bit. So already, if you're not familiar, we're probably gonna need some paint. But maybe for those, we'll say this a little bit louder in the back, for those in the back. So a Planck is like the shortest unit of measurement that we have in this entire world, right? Science has determined that from point A to point B in any kind of space, any kind of time, oops, I can do better than that. Any kind of time, that from one point to the other, from here to here, is equal to 1 Planck. And so what Kelvin has determined is that when you align these Plancks in equilateral format, you are able to then assemble more and more and more into these building blocks that then become a lot more.
Directional, charged. Everything emerges from this. Bosons, odd p planons. Directional EM inductors. The origin of charge polarity. Photons, even pi dual boson transformers.
And I don't know every single one of these
H-bar C
words.
transport
Like,
geometries.
what the heck is an H-bar C
The
transport?
mechanism of EM propagation. Tetraons. 4-coin tetrahedral matter topology.
This is another thing that I love about tetraionics is once you get through a little bit of the thick of it, once you kind of understand like the basic like equilateral triangle, blah, 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 blah. And then you start to, you know, so like, you know, this thing can like spin, right? Well, how does it spin? Well, it's got to be one type of force here that causes this to interact in this way, which causes this to interact with this way. And then you'll have other interactions of the same kind of like medium where it's like, well, if this is spinning this way, then how would this interact? Well, it would actually go this way. So they kind of become like little gears in the system, right? And the images are just beautiful. And there's math. If you like math, you're a math guy.
The first 3D massive topology.
I'm gonna have a little bit more.
The quantum of matter. Quarks, tri-tetryon assemblies. Fractional charge equals fascia exposure.
Fractional charge.
Color equals geometric orientation. Gluons, neutral tetraons. Charged matter dielectrics. The geometric origin of the strong force. Baryons, 3-quark stacks. Quantum stators, the first stable nuclear engines. All SM particles reduce to orientation, polarity, and fascia tension.
Did he already talk about topology? Like how matter becomes matter yet? I thought he...
This is the first deterministic quantum mechanics in history. Part 2. Quantum electrodynamics. QED.
Have you ever heard of spinor? Spinor. I'm not sure. In my view, that is what electrons actually are. They have to make a 720-degree rotation to make a full rotation instead of the classic 360. I think I see what you're saying. So like, if you have an electron, right, which is like in an orbit or something else, we'll just I guess we can keep them different colors. You're saying that this entire structure needs to rotate not once but twice, and that actually counts as one full rotation. I think that's what you said, right? Like after 360 degree, they disappear. Oh, I think I see what you're saying. So like one rotation, then one rotation actually transforms. I think I can do it like this. It goes into a different state where until it goes through one more rotation, it causes it to reappear once again in how we see it. It's kind of like an antimatter type thing. I once saw a video that mentioned that actually that it isn't even considered a classical rotation on a quantum level. Yeah. I mean, like at the end of the day, like, you know, the distance between like the nucleus and the electron for scale is like a marble to a football field, right? Like this is a marble and this is the whole ass length football field, right? It was bad. But so like there's all this technically empty space, right? But this is where quantum mechanics comes in, where this empty space is actually like calculated probabilities of like 1 plus 2 plus x equals the position of where that electron's going to be next, right? So maybe one full rotation is like half the equation, something like that, from a topological perspective. Mobius strip. The heck is a Mobius strip again? Mobius strip. Two-dimensional surface with only one side, one edge. Got it. Yes, that'd be like this, right? So that's like the wave like this could actually be also looking like this from another dimension, right? Depending on how you look at it. I was also fascinated the facts that atoms or electrons don't actually have a geometry per se. Only molecules start to have no geometry. Ah, yes, until tetraionics.
H-bar C. Transport
Exactly
geometry,
like that. Exactly.
Alpha, spectral lines, and the end
This
of
is just our
renormalization.
human language doing the best to
QED becomes
discuss
geometric.
the properties
Photons
of God.
as H-bar C fascia. EM fields as rotating equilateral geometries, and charge as directional fascia. Forces of fascia tension. Alpha. The first ratio of physical geometry. The ratio of E squared storage geometry to H bar C transport fascia. Derived directly from the Planck coin. No renormalization required. Spectral geometry. Fermat.
Kind of like this. Kind of how they're talking about this, where I'm trying to make the window a little bit smaller, but my hands are greasy. Where's a good spot for this? Right here. So like in the way where, I guess let's not even use an equilateral triangle. We'll go back to our lines. We'll go back to our lines. Because normally it's something like this, right? Oops, what the hell? Like there's a positive way to do something this way, and then there's, let's make this easier to read. Where's my colors? There's like a positive, right? And then there's also typically what we know as the negative, right? And so when an object is moving through, like moving or being predicted through these space times, it has these specific patterns that we have come to call like spin or orbit, right? Yeah, I mean, I think this is pretty simple. And so what tetronics is also highlighting is that there's a spectrometry, right? There's a spectrum where it's that same kind of deal, where in this event where this is, you know, 3D space, how do I illustrate this as 3D? Let's do like, we already did yellow. She's gray. Like this, let's say this is like time, right? So this is like space, this is time, and then we have I don't know what to say, like space time, like a conjoined factor where this is all connected. I think that's a poor example. I think I made it more convoluted than less. But there's got to be direction, right? There needs to be order. So when you say, you know, I can see it. I can actually see it. So like if once an electron does like one spin here, before it can go to its next positive spin in this direction, maybe it first needs to become like here, right? So if this is 1 and then this is 2, actually, yeah, if this is point A and this is point B, we'll do letters. Yeah, point A, point B, maybe it actually needs to be a point like C, A, C, B, or something like that. That it has to be before it can continue on. Something like that. The diagram is actually tied to Minkowski space-time diagram, or Penrose diagram. I mean, they are tied together in a way. Those diagrams show a 3D space-time world. In a way, if you connect all the dots, it becomes an octahedron. The third platonic solid. Octahedron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Something like that. And then there's another one, so it's like, oh god, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I think it's like this. Is that like that? Is that the 3D octahedron? It's not gonna get much better than that. Okay, that'd be an octagon. An octahedron is a 3D version. How the heck? An octahedron. You know geometry way better than I do. Oh, that's close. Hey, I was close. I'm gonna give myself that. I couldn't actually see all of the last drawing because of the stream image. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I was doing my best to draw the I was like this, and then I was like this, and then I did the things with the stuff. Anyway, I'm not a visual artist, okay? You're gonna have to...
Polynomials.
I'm not a visual artist, I'm a quantum metaphysicist, okay?
Spectral lines equal area differentials. Transitions follow Fermat's difference of two squares, revealing factorized polynomials and spectral primes as irreducible harmonic anchors. This unifies Newton, Rydberg, Lorentz, Bohr, and Schrödinger. Part 3. Quantum Electrical Engineering, QEE. Quantum machines built from geometry. Planck coins, quantum inductors.
I hear you.
Perfect TEM line antennas. Tetrions, quantum Faraday cages and quantum batteries. Perfect EM storage cavities. Leptons, quantum rotors. Stable 12-pi charge
I'm surprised
rotors.
it's an octahedron, not like a hex,
quantum capacitance.
Hedron, like 6
Spatial
instead of 8.
compression equals confinement. Baryons, quantum stators. Fixed axis EM stators. Deuterium, the first scalable nuclear engine. Quantum physics becomes electrical engineering. Part 4. Chemistry. Chemistry begins
Yeah, this
in the
guy has it all.
nucleus, not the electron cloud. Tetrionics begins with nuclear geometry because the nucleus determines shell capacities, valence, bonding, isotopes, molecular geometry, and reaction pathways.
I understand that
Chemistry becomes a nuclear-first discipline. Part 5. Nuclear geometry.
That's your new table of elements. This is your new table of elements. Like, I don't know how else to say it, but instead of the one that we know with the squares, this is like what we're looking at now.
Hydrogen versus deuterium. Hydrogen, element 00, is a free radical electromagnetic participant.
I don't know how, personally, like I just don't have the knowledge of how we connect XYZ to make 2 octahedrons. I bet you I could probably figure it out though. Like, let's see. So, wait a minute. Oh, dang. It only goes up to hexagon. Curses. Okay. So half of that's a trapezoid, right? What's half of a trapezoid? XYZ axis, connect all its points, then you'll end up with a diamond shape. X, Y, Z. Oh. Like this, you mean? Sort of. An octahedron is basically diamond shape. I know diamonds to be more like this. That's how I know diamonds. I don't know. I'm not sure I see what you see in terms of the diamond being maybe like that. Oops. Yeah, I do unfortunately have links turned off for like anti-bot measures. Tell me what to search and I'll look it up. Daniel. But until then, I'll keep listening.
With no stackable geometry. Deuterium, element 01, is the first true atom with 84 pi nuclear geometry and stackable topology. Deuterium is the quantum asynchronous motor of the universe. All 120 elements are Z-number stacks of deuterium. Helium, carbon, iron, gold, uranium, all the way to Abrahamium. This corrects the proton-neutron curve, the nuclear shell model, the valley of stability, and the limit at element 120.
You didn't know that was going to happen.
Nuclear physics becomes geometric, not empirical. Part 6. The periodic table. The first 3D CAD model table in history.
Like, this is incredible.
Tetrionics produces exact molar masses, exact shell structures, exact bonding rules, and exact isotopic geometries derived from first principles. This is the first periodic table built from geometry, not measurement. Part 7. Biology. Life emerges from geometry. PDN to RNA to DNA. Tetrionics provides the first geometric origin of life model. Early Earth water, DH ratios stabilized reaction pathways. This DH asymmetry is preserved in metabolic isotope effects and DNA hydrogen bonding patterns. PDN families are the first geometric nucleotide operators. RNA dual strands and triple codon logic lead to protocells. DNA is fossilized RNA, low reactivity, high stability geometry.
Let me hear that again. DNA is fossilized?
Life becomes the natural extension of geometry.
DNA is fossilized RNA. Low reactivity, high stability. Matter.
Stability geometry. Life becomes the natural extension of equilateral geometry. Part 8. Cosmology.
Wow.
Geometry replaces curved spacetime. 2D mass-energy tessellates on the charged fascia of 3D matter. Gravity is the 3D topological displacement.
Oh, diamond shape. I see it now. Like the Sims icon. This is what I drew. I drew a prism. Could this not also be considered a prism? I don't know how I would draw that. I feel like I kind of did it up here. It really depends on how you're looking at it though. Okay, cool. I see it. Yeah, it's like there's like a 3D one of these, right? Now but that kind of looks like a cube though. XYZ axis connected to its points. What if I did? It sounds like a freaking Yu-Gi-Oh monster. Computational physics XYZ coordinate system is frequently used to define and render octahedrons. Well, what do you know? Length, depth, and width. Length times width times height. That's crazy. The Merkaba. Seems like a pretty important shape. I mean, yeah, you could do a law with this. Yeah. 2 squares. That's where I would begin. I would begin with the 2 planes. Maybe I can just use this. So we got 1. And then... You know what? That's hard, eh? How would we... Like, I can see it here. When I look at the shape again, when we look at the planes, like X, Y, and then it's literally Z. Right? The NATO symbol. Stellated octahedron looks like the NATO symbol. What is that? That looks like a Merkaba to me. Stellated octahedron. That looks like a Merkaba to me. The Trinity Force. Holy. Holy. First you draw XY, then in the center you make the depth part Z. Link was really on to something, huh? Yeah, man. The NATO symbol. Mm-hmm. I wonder what they know that we don't, eh? What do we symbol across here? Oh. Not as cool as I thought it was gonna be. Cool. Stellated octahedron. Without the joint military part, only the... Yeah, I saw it, I saw it. This thing. This is what you mean? Two octahedrons that intersect. What is the second analog version of the stellated octahedron? Should answer hexagram. I'll be honest. You're losing me. Geometry was definitely not my forte. But I can see what you're saying. But I would need some time to like process it, you know what I mean? Like I'm still trying to see the two intersecting octahedrons here. When I do this, one, like there's one plane I can see, right? Oh, because it's flat, right? So like these two edges, these two sides get squished into a flat line. Flat line. Yeah, I'm still having a little bit of trouble seeing it. This is what I mean. I need to use my brain. It's just 90 degrees. I can definitely see something. But I don't think I'd be able to like take a flat cardboard image of this and fold it up into these, you know? Sure, let's look that up. I feel like I've seen all this stuff so long ago, and it's just like been forgotten because I was not super good at this. So what am I looking for? Platform. Platonic solids, flower of life, octahedron. And maybe we'll do one of these for YouTube as well. And hidden the flower of life. Where's that YouTube video? I guess a lot of this is easier when you can just do links, huh? Tetrahedron. Flower of life and platonic solids. This one? Joe Dubs? Joe Dubs. WWW Dubs. Or Corvin? This is where I guess where it'd be easier if you could just I love Spirit Science, by the way. If you don't know Spirit Science, you probably should. Yeah, this is where sending a link would just be a little bit easier, huh? It's all good. See, maybe this is one of your things. Because for me, it doesn't as easily click for me as other things do. $121. I think you mean this one. No, no worries. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing. The flower of life. See, this is the kind of stuff I'd get high to and just watch for hours. This is tripping for me. It's just amazing. And that's what we're talking about right there, right? And it also looks like the Star of David as well. Right? That's what I call it. As big or as small as you can possibly go. Depending on space and time to make it. This is the dodecahedron. Metatron's cube. Bro. That's a trip. Excuse me, that's a trip. The tetrahedron and cube don't have stellations. And the octahedron only has a single stellation. And the only one that has a final stellation is the final stellation of the icosahedron. Icosahedron. Let's see. That's just amazing. The most stellations. Quick reminder for stellation. It's like growth. Stellation is like growth. Or is it only a certain amount? echidnahedron is the outermost, most complex stellation of the icosahedron. 1995. Expands into the next dimension. What? So you're telling me that the next level up of this, the pentagram. LOL. You're like, LOL, the pentagram. Oh, wow. I see. Pretty spiky. I see it. I see it. The final boss, huh? They really had to take the final form. Yeah, don't even get me started on viruses. I mean, at the end of the day, if we are going to use words and topics like viral and life in the same sentence with the same context, then you would imagine that it's only a certain point in time before something has to become something like this, before it can become more of something like that, right? And bigger. Like, because there's only so many things, there's only so many ways that a virus can evolve and shape itself before it becomes a final form like this, and then you get like what's two of these things together, right? Or how many? I don't know, like 892. Like, how many of these together do you need? You search for 4 polytopes Wikipedia. The first shape is actually the pentagram. I mean, those are the polychorons of the 4D version of platonic solids. All right, we're getting a little bit out of hand here. With a what? 4 polytopes Wikipedia. Oh yeah, the Tesseract. Okay. When geometry starts to have like a life sort of thing, like a rotation, a frequency, a flow. Wow. 4-bit polytopes, huh? That's pretty cool looking. Five to 16. 24. The real magic, huh? I don't know, but I'm like both scared and excited. Like I'm lost in this, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I guess in a word, I would just describe this as topology. So this is like energy flow, right? This is like pure energy. And then when you start defining the points of energy, and then you start to increase the number of the points and how they interact with each other, Complex atom shapes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is like, as the number, it's like, it depends on how many connections you need. Like, as you need more connections, different shapes will develop. And as a shape needing to move, like, or develop into like, how, like, it's just crazy to me. Like, how do you go from something like this, and then you just go, you know what, I need like the next level up? Like, would you begin? At what point do you begin to add the next series of connections or relationships, like geometric relationship, in order to make it achieve what the next step is? And you can do that infinitely both ways, right? And so the answer is, well, you wouldn't just pick one place. You would have to make it, you would have to choose, like, from here. How do I do this? To get from here to get from this to this, not one point at one given time would need to change. But you'd need to change, I don't know how many, I don't know what the answer is. 600 cell to 120 cell. See, that's what's even more interesting to me, is that this 600 cell image, tetraplex, excuse me, is like technically lower in this diagram, right? Because if we go left to right, it appears, oh, unless it's like 5, 16, 8. Again, 5, 16, 8, 24, 600, 120. Maybe these aren't in an order at all. 3, 3, 3. But yeah, like, to get from point A to point B of one shape to another, so much would have to change in an instant. In a fraction of a second would so much have to change so fast. Think about the energy behind that. And where does this shape go in that instance? How does that's amazing. That's literally magic. How? How? That's literally things blipping in and out of existence at the same time. It's like that Indiana Jones trick, but for geometry. You know what I mean? What's that? Indiana Jones idle swap. Like, geometrical electrons, but can't remember. It's okay, take your time. So this is this, okay? This skull, I don't know, I'm gonna call this totem, is a 600 cell freaking thing, okay? It's a 600 cell thing. And then Indiana Jones, he's whipping one of these bad boys out of his pocket. And at the same instant, he's gotta go, this is God, ready? He goes 3, 2, 1. Or is it like this? And then we're like, wait a minute. Anyway. Yeah, well, that's cool. Thanks for sharing. That's really cool. But yeah, make sure to check out Tetrionics. I'm gonna finish watching this video while
2D mass energy surrounding them, resulting in a strictly convergent force center onto the center of mass matter topologies. Curvature equals fascia density. Mass energy geometry compresses fascia. Gravity is geometric field tension, not attraction, but fascia tension gradients. Inertia is h bar c, fascia resistance. Specifically, inertia is the result of ideal short-circuited quantum inductive loops of mass energy.
We're going to have to change that. Short-circuited. We're going to have to reinvent electrochemistry. Because a short circuit sounds like a glitch in the matrix kind of thing, you know? Like a short circuit sounds like something that's not supposed to happen. And they're saying that movement is literally a glitch in the freaking matrix.
Making up the charged
Hybrid
fascia
orbitals
or Higgs
octahedral.
bosons of 3D matter topologies. Acceleration is field reorientation. Motion.
All right. You piqued my interest. Hybrid orbitals octahedral. Hybrid atomic orbitals. Octahedral. Oh my god, my food. Octahedral hybrid orbitals are formed when an atom combines one s orbital, three p orbitals, and two d orbitals. What? To create 6 equivalent hybrid orbitals directed towards the corners of an octahedron. This arrangement results in bond angles of 90 degrees between equatorial and axial ligands of 180 degrees between axial ligands. Huh? There are 2 primary notations for this hybridization depending on the source of the d orbitals, blah 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 and blah blah blah. The specific d orbitals involved in forming these hybrids are, which lie along the axis. I would need a visualization for this. Yeah, it's movement. It's movement. This is literally the movement of gods. If you want to be a movement god, just be a molecule of water. If you want to be a movement god, just flow. Know what I mean? And so now think about this, Ion. Think about this. What physically is consciousness, right? When we think about brain waves and electromagnetic radiation with our brain, with our meat computer, our meat calculator, and you know the thing that makes you see me and the thing that makes me see you, that stuff, and we see something negative, right? That negative calculation is going brrr, and we gotta go, and that brrr becomes brrr, you know, it's like brrr, and then what's that thing that makes it go brrr? You know what I mean? Like, how do we take something like a shitty breakup and go, ah, you know what I mean? Or, oh, I stubbed my toe. You know, oh, I tripped. And, you know, you get back out. Oh boy. Hybrid atomic orbitals on Google Images to get an idea. Yeah, no, we're just looking at this. I think it'd be interested in a very crazy world theory that I actually got obsessed with for the past couple of years. I mean, it actually traumatized me in a way. Oh man, it sounds like it was good. Sounds like, if a theory doesn't traumatize you, are you even really theorizing? Are you even really thinking, or are you just knowing? They got it. Wait, we're just looking at this. Flat Earth? I was a flat earther. I still kind of am. I just don't go around going like flat Earth anymore. There's a way. Yeah, we were just looking at this. Cosmology. Cellular cosmology is a pseudoscientific theory invented by the cult leader Cyrus Reed Teed. Reed Teed? Also known as Koresh, in the late 19th century, which posits that humanity lives on the inner surface of a hollow, concave Earth. Hollow Earth theory, rather than the outside. I love this shit. And these guys got the math for it. Teed, who proclaimed himself a messiah after a near-death experience in 1869, founded the Phrakshun Unity Religious Commune in Estero, Florida. Or he taught the entire universe is contained within a spherical shell, with the sun acting as an invisible electromagnetic battery at the center. Hollow Earth. According to this belief system, the visible sun, moon, and stars are merely reflections off Mercury disks or other surfaces in the universe's center, while gravity is replaced by centrifugal force, keeping inhabitants on the inner shell. Ah. Ah. Yeah, no, I've seen this. It actually reminds me of, I was kind of looking at something like this earlier. What was I looking at? One of Joel's posts, actually. Yeah. Kind of like this, right? Hollow Earth, but we live inside. It was the first time that I saw that. I wouldn't even imagine that. Yeah, doesn't this image kind of remind you of that? Oh, my sub. I opened my sub the wrong way and so much just came out. No. Hold on, before I save the world, I gotta save my sub. Oh my god. Oh my god. See, this is my oh, this is my bad karma. This is what tells me I shouldn't have been eating so much, because if I just stopped right there, if I didn't go to pick up the sandwich in this conversation, all these yummy delicious condiments and inside and goodies wouldn't have fallen out, and they did. Now I'm sad and I have to eat my sub like a taco. Like planets being electrons and Earth being the atom or something like that. Yeah. But the twist is that we live on the inner surface. Not that there is a hollow Earth and that we live on its outside surface, but that we are contained into a sphere. It's a bad omen. Oh. Listen, you got your problems, I got mine. I like to eat. I like to eat yummy things, including the fucking sugar in these sauces and the fucking processed sugar in these breads. And I will enjoy it. But I don't know, I've seen a lot of this stuff in the Hollow Earth, Flat Earth, holographic universe theory. Like, at the end of the day, at the literal end of the day, I hope that you don't look at your hand and like see the individual shapes and stuff, right? Because you know, we got pores, we got bones, we got nerves, we got muscle, we got fingers, we got tendons, you know, we have fingerprints, right? We are what we are. And so I think one of the things that I had to share with you that might help is like, what is the practical value of some of the information, right? Because it feels good to know, and it feels good to be able to share, and it feels good to be able to relate. And so I think it would do you a lot of good, like me, where you need to be able to identify yourself. Oh god, I gotta scroll up and make sure I don't miss your messages. You gotta make sure that you know your limits so that you can see, like, you don't want to burn out anymore, right? You don't want to, like, you got to know when enough is enough. And I'm not even telling you to stop, right? It's just like, when you get to this point, just like take a break and literally let your soul just like process it, you know, digest it. It's like eating food. You could eat 10 subs and have the secrets to the universe around your fingers and be like, yo, check out this ring. I got this universal secret. I got this universal secret. I got this universal secret. But at the end of the day, like, what are you going to do with them? You know, right? You are eating that sub for the past half hour. It was a sub and a half. Okay, it was 1 sub and a half. Shh. Tell me when I'm eating. Traumatized me in the series that if it's all true, we have nowhere to hide and nowhere to run. Yeah, you gotta face your fears, bro. Kepler also mentioned his theory that an octahedron is the center of the universe. The fact that we won't have any planets to run to in case things are brutal, this is the only thing we have. LOL, yes, true. Yeah, so, I mean, respecting the doom and gloom that you're positing, right? That we have nowhere to go. There isn't any beneficial thing we can get out of it. There isn't any. So, well, yeah, so respecting your doom and gloom, only that the world would be literally upside down. Okay. So we have nowhere to run, right? So we have nowhere to run, we have nowhere to go. So that means we can't go to the moon, we can't go to the Mars, we can't go to Jupiter, right? We can't go to the bottom of the ocean either. So we're just here, and we're stuck with what we got, right? So great. Now we just, you know, eat each other. We'll just all have as much fun as possible until we run out of resources and eat each other, right? I guess that's it, or blow ourselves up, whatever the fuck. That's fairly negative. You know, it's definitely pretty negative. And I see that for what it is. It's a lot of negativity, and it's a lot of information. Again, everything is information, right? Everything is just zeros and ones at the end of the day, even though zeros are made up of the shapes that we tell what a zero is, right? And then the one is made out of what we have created, that symbol, that idea, that concept of what a number one is. A one is one of something. What is a thing? Well, a thing is not nothing, right? A thing is something, but it's also not nothing. Nothing is no thing, but no thing is still a thing. You know what I mean? Or a philosophy that we need to take care of because it's the only one we have. Something like that. Yeah. And so if we take applied quantum mechanics, right? So we project what we see and what we are onto our reality, right? Our brain doesn't see things as they are. Our brain sees things as we are. And that is why it's important to know thyself, right? Because the more you know yourself and what you are and who you are, what you represent, how you represent it, why you represent it, the better we can be what we are. And so that's where I personally believe, I don't know if you can see that. That says unconditional love. That was the first tattoo, unconditional love. And to me, everything is basically like manifested unconditional love. It's like only a creative God type being would create a reality where things can be so fucking shitty and so fucking awesome all at the same time, depending on where you are and what you do with it, you know, with yourself. There'll also be infinite versions of this hologram realm. Yeah, you know, same thing. They'll eventually go into infinity, like a cycle sort. Yeah, it's like chasing the event horizon, right? That's why I like the proposal. Really cool too. Yeah, thank you. It's my first one. I got unconditional love. I got the minutes to midnight tattoo, Linkin Park, when Chester passed away, and then I also got my EST, represent MGK. Everyone stand together regardless of religion, race, and social status, right? Because we are all in this together. It's just a matter of standing up, standing on your own 2 feet, and standing with people who stand the way you want to, kind of thing. Also, there's a part of the movie Hellraiser 2. That is what I got. That is what got me, to be honest. Also, there is that part in the movie Hellraiser 2. That is what got to me. Oh, that's what got to me. Oh, okay. I was like, got you to be honest? You were dishonest until you watched the movie? Damn, that's got to be a good movie. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's cool. It's definitely cool and all. But at the end of the day, you know, we are who we are. And I, for one, commend... Oh, I want to save this. I don't want to close it. I, for one, commend your passion and interest into all this stuff, because not a lot of people want to get into it. Where do I put this? Where do I want to put this? I thought I had a dreams section. I'll just put it here. And I'm going to call it geometry. I'm going to call it ionic geometry, just for you. That'll help me remember you a little bit better. Geometry. Linkin Park was one of my fave bands too. My chronology was Eminem, then Linkin Park, then Metallica, then went to punk, new metal. Since you already had a picture of the pentagram in the folder, the green one. Thanks, LOLs. Yeah, man, well, we'll stay connected. Follow me on some socials. Come in and say hey every once in a while, and we'll keep going. Well, shit. I mean, if you need a job, I can give you a job if you really want. you can look up PartnerCo. This is my health and wellness business, and I specialize in the noni juice. I specialize in the noni juice. I specialize in our drops. We have our skinny drops, what we call them, and then I also have, where are the drops? Yeah, these things, slenderized drops. They're good for. There's a lot of things that these things are good for, but I'm gonna encourage you to look at your own pace because I know that you're able to. And then we also have Renew. These are my favorite 3 products. But yeah, I mean, like, if you really need a job, you can spend a little bit of time researching PartnerCo. Look into it. Thanks. It looks pretty dope. Yeah, man. PartnerCo, we're multinational. We're in over 50 markets. It's like a $2 billion industry. Health and wellness. If there's one thing that's never going to get worse, it's health and wellness, because there's going to be more people. There's going to be more people caring about how they look, how they feel, and helping other people look and feel better and better. And that's, you know, everybody eats. You know, that's why people say be a chef, because everybody eats. But yeah, no, I vouch for PartnerCo with my life. There's lots of stuff out there. And I guess, like, realistically, we would work together. You know, I try not to have this like hierarchy sort of thing, but I do have a coach, and my coach would direct me how to better coach you. But basically, it would start with you know, your need. What is the need that you have? So you've expressed that you have a little bit of depression and some, you know, some anxiety, like basically like mental health stuff, right? Well, Noni, you know, if you just want to, I'll close this. You want to look up, where's PartnerCo? Start with Noni. This is what I literally call this stuff the elixir of life. And again, we don't treat, cure, or diagnose anything, but I can give you tons and tons and tons of testimonies. This thing helped save my life when I was going off the deep end. I was trying to save the world around COVID time, trying to help people realize the truth of viruses and germ theory being false and terrain theory being true. And what you put into your body is super duper important, because what you put into your body is what you output in your body. But yeah, there's lots of information out there, but I trust you have a good head on your shoulders, and you're able to get to the truth of what you want to know. But yeah, you know, if you like it, you know, you buy it, and then I walk with you through your process. You know, day 0, how do you feel? You know, I feel this way, I feel that way, I'm kind of nervous about this, I'm nervous about that, you know, I spent this money, I don't know about this, I've heard that, talk to your doctor, whatever, you know. Then you try it. Maybe, how do you feel after day 1? How did you sleep? Did you have any different dreams? Whatever. Day 3, day 7, something like that. And we just walk through the process, right? And then if you don't like it, there's a money back type system that I haven't really used, but you know, it's not like, you know, I own my business, I do my part of the business, and if you really like it, you just opt in, and then you become a partner. You become a partner with PartnerCo, just like me, and you do what I'm doing. You know, maybe you tell your parents, you tell your friends, you tell your family, and you just go. I've been with PartnerCo for like 4 or 5 years. Yeah, 5 years. 5 years going on 6. And yeah, if I'm being honest, I haven't had as much success with it as I want, but we have meetings every day. There's people all over the world. Again, it's like, I think it's like, is it 50 or 80 markets? We're pretty big. Yeah, we're big. So check it out. All right, and if you like what you see, I'll look into my coach personally. Her name is Sharon. She's been with the company for over 20 years, 25 years, something like that, and she's had her own life-changing experience, to say the least. God bless her, and I trust her with my whole heart and soul, which isn't always the case. You know, I was like you once, with the paranoid, kind of schizophrenic type tendencies, and having hard time, you know, trust issues, and, you know, not believing everything that you see. But it can be scary. You know, it can be scary, and sometimes you just want that one thing that you can hold on to be real. And if there's one thing that you need to be able to trust to be real, is it's yourself. You know what I mean, Ion? You gotta be able to trust yourself, because when you can't, then you look to others for help. You look to others for help, which makes sense. But at the end of the day, then those people start creating your reality for you, right? And that's not always a bad thing. I mean, you came to me, and you, in my opinion, you asked me for help to kind of help you know, structure your experience a little bit. You know, you gave me this stuff, you gave me this ball of energy, right? And I was like kind of just like, you know, like molding it a little bit, like okay, so this is how we spin it. Oh, I see you're going this way, okay. And I felt you out, and then you know, here we are. We're just kind of, you know, feeling the energy. So thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in, and I'm just kidding. Imagine if I just turned off my stream right there. Balance, man, fellow Phrakshuns, thanks for watching. It has been a fantastic stream. It is now 11:27 p.m. Eastern Standardized Time or something like that. And yeah, good night, okay, bye. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. See, that was acting, okay? That's was that good acting? Did I get you? Yeah, man. You play video games? Video games are a really good distraction. What else do you do for fun? What else do you do for fun besides study math and the structure of reality? Yeah, what do you play? I was gonna play some Apex Legends, honestly. What I was actually gonna do was watch a little bit of Twitch. I was gonna do what you're doing. Oops. Yeah, I was gonna watch some S-Fond. Maybe not. What? Bounty's playing League of Legends? Ain't no way. What?
I can't. Okay? I don't want to trap my puppy in
it's
this
her
room
birthday.
For, like, 72 hours straight. He'd go crazy. Guffa, thank you so much for paying it forward and gifting to Crash. Pika, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. That's a wheel spin. Pika,
what is this? Why is everything? Why is my text all weird? Why is?
Dean, thank you so much
why
for
is
the
the font
biddies.
so weird?
Thank you. It does, yeah. So they stack. That's why the
anyway.
hunters, the Golden Kappa hunters, like Golden Kappa train hunting because they can stack them. So
this is what I was gonna do. I was just gonna hang out on Twitter to do some of this, but
like months.
Yeah,
birthday month. Whatever, Alan.
You know,
let me have my birthday.
You know how it
Enjoy
is.
it. I got cake still in the fridge. That means
I
I'm
play.
still
Yo, Maverick. Welcome in, fam. Welcome back to Balance, fam.
So that bitch
How you
is
doing,
gone.
Maverick?
Honestly,
sometimes.
it's going faster than I thought it would.
Hang on, let me.
All right.
Let me. I don't think she noticed me. Senpai didn't notice me. Okay. Anyway, I think I've had enough of that. Screaming dog type jutsu. What's the saying? It might be about that time, to be honest. I don't know. It might be. Anyway, what was I saying? I thought you were actually gonna leave. Wait, I play more mobile games and PC. Okay. Sometimes I'll watch movies, listen to music. True. What's the latest movie you saw? I played the most deepest version of LoL Dota 2. Oh, you said that. I got addicted somehow to Mobile Legends. I love Mobile Legends. I played that so long, the mobile version of Dota. I literally know Mobile Legends. What's that? Kai? Mobile Legends Kai? The one with the spinning blades. Mobile Legends Bang Bang, right? No, not the player. Kai, what's his name? Kai Champion. I don't know what to call them. Takaisa. Oh, I forget his name. If I saw him, I'd instantly know, though. Help me out. I saw him to Silver Lake today, and it actually creeped me out, like, real bad. What's the Silver Lake? Is that, like, depression? Been there, man. That's another tidbit I've picked up in my life, is that even suicidal ideation is your brain just, you know, it's a shape. It's just like, you just think of like, I would like this to stop, and the brain's like, well, we could just die. That's one way all this would stop. Champion list. It is a satire, conspiracy, comedy, horror film. Oh, but mostly horror in my opinion. Ooh, I'm not a super gigantic fan of horror. Like, I'll watch it. It's just, if it's too gory, then I just have a hard time enjoying it. Where are the list of legends here? Why is this person so hard to find? They would like throw out a spinny disc and they would dash. Oh my gosh, this is gonna drive me crazy. Mobile Legends bang bang. Champion throw disc dash. I'm not gonna download this game just to prove a point. I have League of Legends Leia. How is it taking this long to find the picture of who they are though? Honestly, only 3 or 4 heroes so far once I get a mythic rank last season. Yo, nice! Mythic's freaking huge. Yeah, mobile gaming is definitely where it's at. You gotta start somewhere. I've been gaming for a long time and I built my last few PCs. But it's a little bit crazy nowadays. How have I still not found this person? What? No, that's crazy. I admit that I'm not that good at the game. Even Dota 2 was really high ranked, but I really enjoy the game. I mean, it sounds like you're pretty good. I never played Dota. I started with League of Legends. I don't think I get into Dota after spending so much time with League of Legends. Where's the list of people? Hello. Hanabi played Carrie. I would played Carrie, not Kai. Carrie. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. Yeah. You're a girl? I didn't know you were a girl. Huh, well, today I learned. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, Mobile Legends is sick. Miz is on. Nick's on. Jace. Raven's still on. You on too, Maverick? What the? I gotta remember to raid out this time when I do. Yeah, I also I played carry a couple times, but not my main. I use mostly noob heroes. Well, what's your main? Am I gonna switch out? I'd have to set everything up. I would have to end stream. I mean, you're on Twitch, right? I could just do the same thing again. Do I save the sandwich for tomorrow? That's probably a good idea, right? I mean, how long am I actually gonna stay up tonight? I'm fat. That's my weakness. Okay, one more for you. One more funny brain rot video. And then what? Apex? I know what I'm gonna do. Let's stream for a while. Consider that guide to be my psychological profile. Which guy? Which guy do you mean? Yeah, I'll watch a video. I'll watch a brain rot video. Just like put a space between the periods or the slashes or something. Grab is on. Pants is on. Kind of want to see Bafty play some League of Legends. It's called the Connor O'Malley Fuck Coin on YouTube. All right. Gotcha. Thanks for sharing. Welcome in. Welcome to Balance, fam. Listen. Do. Meet the man who has discovered the newest cryptocurrency called Fuck Coin. Oh boy. His name is Corb Fucker, and he mines fuck coins out of shit. Mines fuck coins out of what? Out of ashtrays in front of strip clubs? Oh my god. The fuck coins can be used like Bitcoin. Oh my god. Or exchanged for sexual favors between consenting adults. After Corb's discovery, fuck coin prices exploded. Corb was on top of the world. Until damning footage of Corb with a stranger's Amazon package surfaced. Corb, don't do it. Corb, no, don't fuck the Amazon package. Corb can clearly be seen attempting to fuck the package. No! Stop fucking the package. Corb, why? Oh god, he's got the mask on. He was caught red-handed.
Are you fucking my Amazon package? I don't know how to fuck.
It's all dented and shit.
You were fucking on my Amazon package. I don't know how to fuck. Get out of here.
The video went viral. Corb was subsequently cancelled, sending the markets into a nosedive. No! Governments collapsed. Oh my god, not hope is lost until Corb released a healing anthem called 1000 Years of Apology for Fucking on TikTok. The song explains that Corb is a virgin, doesn't know how to fuck. It broke the internet. Celebrities forgive him and life returns to normal. And they took to social media to welcome him back into society.
And that was perfect. You are awesome. Thank you.
This is AI. Owl. Roberts Nero.
Thank you for your courage.
No one's perfect. We all make mistakes, but I want you to know, Corb, I didn't break a single law across a single line.
Your song, I mean,
even the box owner forgave Corb.
You so I can really teach you better.
Don't worry, you'll make the hole, okay? There you go. More hip action. Get in there. Put the pelvic into it. Come on, grab the box. Grab the fucking box. Hard. Fuck. Beautiful. The box loves you. I love you.
He holds it up so proud. Oh my god. He held that box up so proud. This is why we should support addicts. Alright, let's just appreciate how much money he put into this, because neither Fuckcoin or cameos are cheap. That was fucking literally fucking great. That's actually so funny to me. Irish Zionism. Rap World. Why is it an hour long? No. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for sharing. What's
up, guys? It's me, your boy Connor O'Malley. I've teamed up with T-Mobile and Verizon to smoke 500 cigarettes for 5G. Let's go! 5G is the strongest signal that's ever been invented.
And no 5G signal is more reliable.
We're out here trying to raise awareness for 5G.
This is gonna make me want to have a cigarette. Good thing it's way too late.
I'm doing this in loving service of 5G, T-Mobile, Verizon. I'm not gonna
it's been long enough.
Because
just keep going.
I think we're lucky to even have it. 5G
Fucking sugar.
is God. Man created God. Man killed God. Then man went ahead and created a new God. And a new God that is called 5G. This is a real 100% heartfelt thank you to Jack Ryan. Jack, thank you so much for making sure that we are safe. Once 5G is out, then the United fucking States will be done with the Contra virus, okay?
The Contra virus.
Let me back in my fucking house. I would love to be fucking quarantined with my fucking kids. I love my little fucking kids. The fat one, the tiny one. I told the ex-coworker that I wanted to do this and they laughed in my fucking face. They said, you will never fucking smoke 500 cigarettes for 5G. But guess who's proving them wrong? I am. It's gonna help you do computer faster. You're gonna be able to play on chat rooms better. You're gonna be able to send emojis that you've never even fucking heard of, okay? 5G gonna make ebombsworld.com a real planet.
Oh God.
5G, 5G, 5G.
5G service activated.
Shit is so fucking fast.
Holy editing. Oh my god, it's too fast. Can't even see real life anymore. He's become one with the 5G. What the fuck am I watching? $103 fever.
Burlington Gold Factory killed Jeffrey Epstein!
Burlington 1 moving in.
Burlington Gold Factory killed Jeffrey Epstein!
Oh shit!
About the contravirus! He tried to warn us! He tried to stop us!
We got a lock on target.
The Burlington Gold Factory killed
Not
us!
the Pepsi points.
Fire.
Oh no.
I got a 103 fever for the past 6 months and it ain't going down. Drake, if you don't give me some medical attention, I think I'm gonna get a big ass frown. My body melting, obsessed with a Family Guy Simpsons orgy. 18 and over sexual fantasies, everybody looking so gorgy. Quagmire standing up on top of the bed, jagging off, conducting the sexual fornications. Peter sucked Marge, Homer licked Lois, with Springfield Quag, sexual congregation. Kidneys losing function, body aches, chills and shivering. I feel like I'm gonna freeze. Drake, if you don't give me some pills and come down here and heal me, I think I'm gonna die. Drake, you need to help me, please. Please, Drake.
Oh? Oh? Is this a fever dream? Shit. My bedtime alarm went off.
What's your body count?
I have 103 fever and I've had it for 6 months and it's not, I can't do anything to get it to go down.
Bart Simpson. What'd you hit?
Yeah. And Lois.
Okay.
And Lois Griffin.
Oh shit, he's got the moves though.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck is he standing on? Where the hell is he?
So I got fever, 103, had it for the past 6 months. It makes dating really hard when you got 103 fever. Dude, shut the fuck up, okay? Dude, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, okay? You keep talking, it's gonna be a bad fucking situation for you and for everybody else here who paid to see a good time, okay? Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! I'm a shit. Sit the fuck down! Sit the fuck down! Sit the fuck down! Dude, sit the fuck down!
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. No. That was good. Yo, nice car. What the hell? Is that? The car looks like a go-kart. What is that? It's a go-kart. Demonic fever dream. He's being summoned by locals that did not even think to save him. Where's he going? He's just lost. He's looking for anything to bring down his fever. Oh my god. Don't give up. You're so close. Oh, yes. What does the text tell you to do? Oh, Drake responded. Oh shit.
I heard you got like a 103 fever for the past 6 months.
Oh shit. Drake.
I just wanted to say.
Me too. Oh my god, he's connecting.
I heard you got a 103 fever for the past 6 months. Your body burning up like a weed filled blunt. I know why your body temp is high, making you sweat like a boar. It's cause the whole world on the brink of a motherfucking war. World War III is about to kick off, and it's giving guys like you a fever. To stop nuclear Armageddon, you must goon the pics of Lois from Family Guy's Beaver. You must create a new branch of the military called the Positivity Force. A billion-person army deciding to jerk off like they just got divorced. The Positivity Force is like the army, but for being nice. Instead of shooting bullets, we act sweet like Sprite.
Part of the Positivity Force, I had a fever of 103. It's like the military, but for smiles.
War is caused by people being angry online. The antidote is jerking off to make the world divine. People being mean, the atmosphere is polluted with negative vibrations. Airplane crashes are caused by this, and I love staycations. Deep in the Bible, it says jerking off is the deepest form of prayer known to man. Gooning will prevent a war in the Holy Land, but you got the itch to keep it inside the clan.
Valor, 600 tabs on Pornhub at once. You know, tabs on a browser? Come on, go. The state of,
oh my god.
You know what that is? Yeah. Don't come. It's like you guys, instead of shooting bullets, we're shooting smiles. We're having a good time. You know what I mean? Positivity Force. Whoa.
Yeah, preach.
Across the world, all
the actual Matrix, not the virtual one.
Positive etching vibes get trapped in the ozone. De-escalate global tensions. Masturbation, Jason Bourne.
You know who wears hats like that? Leonardo DiCaprio.
What is the website?
Pornhub.com. How's it going? Hey guys, we're starting the Positivity Force. It's like the military, but for being nice, right? I love your vibe, man. We're just spreading positive vibes, trying to kill the negative vibes. I got this for 600 tabs open on Pornhub because you want to edge, and all the positivity vibes go into the ozone, and everybody's smiling, having a good time.
As soon as everyone blasts a huge cum, the world's superpowers peacefully get back on course. World War III prevented by stroking clits and pricks, thanks to the Positivity Force.
Yeah.
The Positivity Force has caused me to be more positive and a nicer guy. I'm less in my head.
И начал медитировать.
积极的力量提醒我保持水分和睡眠。
हम सभी को स्क्रीन टाइम सीमित करना याद रखना होगा.
A friendly reminder that masturbation is self-care.
Fuck Trudeau. Alright, that was good. That was good. If I ever get into a position where I can make videos like that, then maybe I will. I don't know. I mean, like, I like music and writing, but to put it all together takes a lot of work. Be like, I don't even know. Wait. Alright, you ready? Didn't like the video, but the second got me to watch it. I have to go now too because it's almost 6 a.m. Sheesh. Been awake since 2 p.m. Sleep is number one. Hear that? If you can hear me, you can hear this. If you can hear this, you can see this. It was really nice talking to you, Phrak. Thank you for spending time with me, man. Have a great stream. But before you run off, now it's my turn to let off a little steam. I know what's gonna come out of this, and I hope this thing picks up a couple degrees. Maybe we reach that big old 103. I don't know what'll take me down from there, but until then, it's full on. Peace. See you soon. You're really awesome from all my heart, and I feel that from me to you. You got the shapes, you got the geo, you got the metry too. Teach me about how dodecadons do this and 3 that too. But I never was good at that in school. Give me a piece of paper, try to fool it up, I look like a fool. At the end of the day, I know it's just me. I know it's just you. But how many of there are from me to you? I love you too. Make it feel like this, make it feel okay. And the truth, it's just energy vibes, and that's my name. Phrakshun. The truth, you feel me? That's what happens when I have too much Subway, it's easy to see. Cause I could eat some more, I'm not really that full. I think it's that sugar making that full. No, lettuce, tomato. Or was it the onion? Maybe the sauce. This is always what happens when I try to rap fast too many bars. Cause I don't know what's gonna come out of my mouth. I always try to look cool, and that's when everything falls apart. And try to make a part sound like a pooth, make it rhyme with tooth. The other day I'm just tripping over my own tongue. That's the youth. Oh no, I saw your emojis and you got banned for it. I gotta fix that one. I can do that real quick. Here's a chorus. Phrakshun truth. What do I use? It's called stream elements. Quick to my name and the dash again. Find that chatbot, find what I'm looking for. Oh no, I don't want to keep you up too much longer, that's for sure. Misclick, oh whoa. Find the spam filter I'm looking for. Down to emojis. Emo protection is already off. What? How could that possibly be? Getting banned for spamming too many emojis when clearly I can see it's off. I don't even know how that's possible. Look, you can see the thing isn't ticked off. It's actually ticked off though. How the hell do I prevent that from happening again? I don't want to see you feel like someone can't spam emojis into my chat. Everything is already off. All I have is late protection. That's the last one ticked off. I don't want to keep you, I swear. I want you to live your own life, no fear. But remember, it's what we're made of. That unconditional love, otherwise known as the Aether. Energy and vibes are the same thing. Gotta trust what you see on the streets, man. If you don't, you might be up underneath the gang. You don't want to have that gang. Green, love, reciprocity. What's the name of the heart chakra? That's all I got for you. Okay, show's over. That was okay. That was okay. I'm on the thing. Let's stay here until you end the stream. You got me hooked. Oh shit. Hey man, if you, I don't even know. I wanted to see what those emojis were there, and now I can't, and it makes me full kono. I don't know. No, if it's 6 a.m. I'm not gonna keep you. The sun's coming up. But you know, if you want to do something for me, then you know, do something for yourself. Get some good sleep. You're a smart guy, Ion. You're a really smart guy. You're a really smart individual, and I know sometimes I can suck, but you know, try to make the best of it. You know, try to see the light and the positivity. You know, be the love, be the change you want to see in the world, man. That's really all I can really wish for you. So love you too, homie G's, love you too. But yeah, maybe what I'll do is I'll just hit next. I'm gonna turn shuffle on, a little bit of chaos magic, a little bit of RNGesus. I'm gonna hit one more song. I'm not gonna rap to it, but I'm just gonna end the stream. You at least stay to finish it. Nah man, if you want, I'll vibe out to your smoke with the song. I'm gonna say my goodbyes to stream here, and because Apex does take a little bit of like vocal, you know, some screaming and stuff, so maybe it's just time I chill out. I don't know. Maybe it's a good time for me to end the stream too for the night, and then I can go to bed at a relatively okay time. If not, I'll stay up and just hang out. But I mean, that was fun. So honestly, from the bottom of my heart to the top of my soul, thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to come. Thank you for just sharing your energy with me, your time, your words here. I still can't believe that you're all the way in Romania and we're having a conversation like, you know, like we're best friends or whatever. Something like that, you know what I mean? Maybe best friends is a little bit much, but you know, friends, buds, bros, just two like minds looking for a course. Know what I'm saying? So balance, Sam, fellow Phrakshuns. With that, it has been a pleasure. CIA, Messiah, producer, rapper vibes, a little bit of psychologist, philosopher. I can't let that go to my head. If I let that go to my head, I won't come back. I get to the top and I won't see the bottom anymore. I just want to be level. See, there I go again, try to make words rhyme when really all I want to do is say goodnight. No, but seriously, Ion, my charge is positive and I don't want you to be negative, but remember the two sides of the same gluon or coin. I'm gonna embarrass myself if I try to look cool again, so I'm really not. gonna stop. I'm gonna breathe. Left, right, and both in between. There's one thing I want to do is preach positivity. Alright. Balance fan, fellow Phrakshuns, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for joining me on my first official Rumble Premium content creator stream. It's getting late, and if I want to try and get my sleep schedule relatively back on track, we've been doing all right. So stop. You're gonna inflate my ego too hard. I'm gonna start thinking I'm way hotter than I am. But thank you. I could work on taking compliment. Thank you. I'm glad you know, it takes one to know one. It takes one to know one. All right, but we'll listen to one more song after this. But yeah, don't be a stranger. Find social media, find something. If not, Twitch works, you know. Yeah, and if not, it's all good. If you never come back and I never see you again, you know, it is what it is. You gotta focus on you, man. We all gotta do what we're doing. So you're both welcome and unwelcome, whatever you need the most of in that moment. So I hope you feel better and feel better than you felt better than you did earlier. And there's only a fraction of your stop. Oh man. All right, we'll leave it at that. Balance fan, fellow Phrakshuns, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Till next time, Phrakshuns Truth out.